Okay. Hello and welcome to Learn as we play Go learning video. I'm going to be playing a series of games on the Quesado Go server. Quesado, something like that. And do my best to explain my moves as I play them, so that anyone watching might learn a bit about Go, how it's played, strategies, etc. So welcome. So I'm just using the KGS autoplay feature. I got matched up with Takemitsu 9Q. I played a single game earlier against a Go robot and got a 6Q question mark ranking. Probably not too far away from my 4Q real rating. So we'll see how this game goes and see how accurate 6Q is. So opening is opening. I don't know a lot about opening, other than I think kind of the obvious 4-year-old observations of, oh look, this looks bigger than this. That's my philosophy anyway. And then once I try and get as big a spot as I can, as a reasonable spot as I can, then it's just the shapes and memorize sequences that get me through the middle. So not a lot of things to say, fortunately, because I was doing the introduction, about the opening. Other than, I like his moves so far, and I don't hate mine. I think he probably was too generous to give me this F3. So this is a very common trade where he's going to get this area and I'm going to get some sort of Wally type business here. It's not much of a wall really, 3 spaces, but it's a 3-stun handicap game. I'm going to have to hope he makes mistakes. So don't want to let him split me apart so generously. I assume he might go under, but I think this is the best play. And then my plan is to block and get some reasonable group living here. No, that is a good play by him. So yeah, I'll block this way. And obviously he's going to be able to rip this area to shreds if I keep this side, but that's just the way it goes. So yeah. Now we'll just wait and see what, I imagine he'll come under at F2. And so J2 just seems like a good Sente move. Like obviously he's got a bunch of forcing moves he can't wait to play around here, or at least beginners couldn't wait to play. But since none of them immediately capture, J2 is threatening. Messing up his shape here at E3 could be a slightly better play though. And then it threatened, he's got to respond to E2 anyway. So I think this might be the first. And then J2. If he's really thrifty, he might try and counter at G2 to take away the threateningness of J2. But I don't know if that's the right call, because then I could do some splitting up. So obviously I think if he goes here, he can capture. So this group is whoever plays to take it first will either keep it or kill it. I think I can be happy enough with that kind of exchange and just move on. Be too slow otherwise. So obviously his weakest group is here. Obviously this stone I'm making is weaker than his group, but actually only slightly weaker as far as I understand it. As you might see why. I'm hoping he scurries into 3-3. Because I know a nice little Tsuji that kind of messes up that, but I mean, he's got lots of options. I think his best moves are coming out like that. That's kind of what I think as an experienced, safe player would do. Right, just put pressure on this stone and give up the corner is the best move, and then look at all this big area he's developing. And honestly, I've little chance of. So that's not a bad move either. It's kind of the same thing, but with a little force to it. So I can't Hane because he'll play here and here. So I've got to back off. He's still going to want another move though. I can't see him pushing from behind as a good move, but anything goes. I don't really know what proper play is, but I can tell you that neither one of us are going to be playing proper play. So I don't love this move from him. He's not getting a whole lot, and he's just giving me some ammunition against his group. Although not huge ammunition. It sort of makes a weak point here, I guess. Really, in this situation, this is the big weak point where I can play this, and it sort of threatens to either block him off here or come over top. So yeah, definitely his tiger's mouth here would be great. So our play to stop the tiger's mouth is equally great, so says some of the proverbs. Let me do some planning ahead. This group, I wouldn't consider it quite settled yet. I have ways of taking out the eyes here. So he's putting pressure, he's attacking this group, which is wise. But not always super wise in a handicap game. Usually in a handicap game, since you kind of start with the lead, if you play reasonably and keep all your groups alive, that's usually good enough. So if I was him, I'd be running away more than kind of leaning on. I mean, leaning is a good way to run away. We'll see what his intention was. Maybe he means to do this and then sort of jump out here, in which case I think he's making the right decision. But he might also just be attacking this group, in which case I think it's a bad decision. By the way, it's sort of, there's a proverb about jumping away from a wall of stones, or sort of, you it's safe to one space jump from one stone, two space jump from two stones, and three space jump from three stones. So I could have three space jumped, I guess, but he has so many friends around that I thought I'd go one less than I normally would be if this was just an open three stones. So I just want to make sure, 'cause if I play here, this really feels like it might cut. So I don't want that to happen. So I think something in between like this. So just keeping these super linked up, but also not making this Hane super good, because then I'll get the tiger's mouth up here. Although then, I don't know, maybe you can cut me off. I don't know, maybe this is a bad move. Maybe the Hane is still perfect. It can be really hard to tell sometimes. But there's sort of some cutting Aji here-ish, like I can push through and then play here. And then he's got only 1, 2, 3 liberties, so if I fill this liberty, I might get some sort of ladder pushing down to here. So this Hane might not be good. I don't know, it's kind of high level. The good old Tanuki. It's like he's watching. Because, of course, this is where the ladder would go. Maybe I'll edit that part out. I just had to deal with my dog for a sec. He's a good boy, but sometimes his intentions are good. Sometimes he gets in the way. I feel like the damage is done by that move, which is just sort of kills this area. So I think jumping out like this to sort of surround might be best. I don't know though. I just feel like resisting is a bad move. So a jump here. You know, this is my win here. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying that's where I'm applying my pressure. And I do feel like he's got some sort of move here, although not really. If I need this to be connected, it's connected. It's only if I want some sort of wall here that I'm worried about the Hane here being a cut here. But honestly, with that move, a wall here is looking not so great anyway. So I think I'm okay. I think he's just gonna worry about this. So he wants to make eyes. Oh, okay. He's claiming. Well, that works for me. Obviously, I've got to find a way to start poking out these eyes, though. Gotta. I think it starts here. Obviously, there's a lot of ums and ahs, really. I think this, block this, block this, block this, block. I don't think that works out for me. So I think it's got to be like this. I'm just worried about when he comes here, how do I poke out the eyes without giving him pressure right here? I guess I approach from this side. But then can I poke the eye? I don't know. I definitely feel like coming at this group with some killing intent. Definitely, that's what this stone declares. Killing intent. Because obviously he's just got a nice, you know, he's living large over here. So we want to be living equally at large, if not larger, over here to compensate, or we're terribly behind. Oh boy, that's a good move. Well, I mean, it's not like it's a genius move or anything, but I think that's the correct mentality. But I think maybe I can do something silly over here, kind of like a push in this. Seems to open up similar doorways. So I think it's the time for silliness, to be honest. Because this guy is not giving ground at all. Very strong for now. That's the thing about handicap games, is that you see the game in your own way. The stronger player does, and he goes, "Oh, how could I possibly win?" And lo and behold, in the middle of the game, the weaker player always makes mistakes to the more experienced eye. That's a really good move. That he totally anticipated that I was aiming at that. But anyway, this kind of stuff. Actually, this move doesn't. I think this move is countered by this move. Oh, this move. Your opponent's best move is your best move. That really feels good to me. That feels like it's covering a lot of bases and making him less and less comfortable. I mean, obviously, this stone is capturable, or maybe it's capturable. But I don't know. Maybe I can solve it. This just feels right. It's one of those things where you're never gonna know exactly how it's all gonna come together. And this guy seems pretty cautious. I feel like this group has a very good chance of surviving, but if I can get some sort of surround, so I've got influence on this side and this side, salvageable. I mean, this looks damning, but just like he made moves over here to do what he did, I can make moves up top here, and all of a sudden, I've got an influence on this side and this side, and all of a sudden we're talking middle ground territory, baby. So, lots of options. Well, looks like I got a day with the dog again. One sec. Yep, well, I fed him. He was hungry. And, but don't worry, folks. The love and companionship of the dog is well worth the game time loss. It's like the Hikaru no Go guy, who Hikaru plays like the sort of noisy adult that Hikaru's kind of scared of at the beginning. Hikaru sits down for the game, and the guy throws him off by leaving and going for a ride on his motorcycle for the first half hour. And then when he comes back, Hikaru's like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Hey, you can use the time to do, whatever you want. It's my game time. If I want to ride on my motorcycle, that's what I'm gonna do." This could be an okay move, I think. I'm just gonna be really careful about him having stuff here. Like if he plays here, I block and then he comes down, and so right now it's okay. So I think, poke out the eye. He's pretty much obliged to play here. And then if I ignore it, he plays here, 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 here. I'm still okay. This feels dangerous, like that giving him all this Aji, but I feel like it just barely is okay for me. So, love how I had to scoot away my dog twice, but at the end of the day, this guy's being way more cautious with his time than me. It's just the way things go sometimes. So, I mean, if I give him too much, I don't know. It does feel a little hopeless, but oh, this might be a fun idea. And then I get this move, right? He blocks, I get this move, and then I can play here. Oh, and then I might keep him to just one eye. It'll be tight, it'll be tight. But that's what we're here for, right? Tight games. Toit like a Toyga games. And so he sees what I'm going for. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble with a capital T. I think I should back off here. There's just too much stuff here that if I don't defend it, he's gonna capture this, and then it's a live black group. I'm not gonna say game over, but it's a live black group, which that's not the best situation. Not that originally I was trying to kill this, but because he played these two moves here, that's him saying, oh, these guys are fine. I'm just going to take these stones, and this will live and you'll lose. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I think he could be right. So, I better try and kill at least. So he's probably weighing behind. Do I play here? But then he gets this. Or do I play here? And then he gets this and this. Oh, it's very exciting. Is this block here? I feel like this block here is the worst. He picked that one. So what did I say that gave me? This and this. Ah. That is what that is. I don't think he can connect these. That's what this double stone here is so huge. Oh, you can't see my cursor. R12 and R13 stones. The fact that there's two of them there, it's big. That really helps the situation. So, I don't know. Feels okay. Feels like I might be killing him here. It's really hard to say for sure. This is definitely the kind of wait and see kind of brain scratcher. Like, he can get 3 things here, but he needs 4 to make a gote eye. You can't make an eye if your opponent has you surrounded and you just have 3, 1, 2, 3 stones. Because basically, if these were if K18, L18, M18, let's say those were black stones, then K19 and M19 are Miai for that final eye. So, boop boop ba doo, ba 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 ba. Boy, this guy uses his time. Well, I mean, this is the time to use your time, especially considering he is in trouble. I got a lot to worry about though. This group, come on, what if he just hides here? Am I screwed or what? I guess I'm not. Yeah, I'm screwed. Yeah, he can just hide here. The game's over. Well, I don't know, not over, but maybe I play here. No, I don't know. Hane here is pretty damning. Oh, sorry, Hane at Q11 is pretty damning. I wish it was my move, so I could sort of have the cursor. Oh well. Now, assuming he lives, how do I win this game? Taking a big middle around age 13, that's how I could win. And the way I do that is by playing moves like D12, and then I have and then I surrounding territory in obvious places. So I guess that's how I win it. Oh, he saw it. Or maybe he had already seen it, and he was just trying to figure out what the best timing is. So, trying to save that. Can we? I feel like not. I feel like this is game. I mean, not game, but if this gets taken, black sheep, have you many wool? Yeah. And then he's got me. And I can play like that, but it doesn't really matter. It's over. It's over. It's over, Nova. What can I do? What can I do? Well, you can play stones all along here for free. And then play here. And try and take this whole area. Yeah. Okay, that's the game plan. Order matters. So I'm sure he won't make us wait too long. He connects here, I connect here. We do a little capturing race that I lose. And in exchange, these stones, Q9 and R9, are not going to be happy. And I don't know. And maybe I push in at Q2 and, I don't know, make things uncomfortable for him. You know, you gotta do your best to mess up your opponents. Unless they time out. I wonder if he's from Japan. And he's sort of having Germany. He's from Germany. So perhaps he's having a bit of lag issues. I hope not. I hope he's able to play. Oh, that's, you know, he's just reading that out, I guess. Because he doesn't want to give me what I'm going after. But I don't think he can. I don't think he can stop me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Maybe he's not 100% sure what I was going for. Understandable. Oh, hell, I'm not even sure what I'm going for, other than pain of R9 proportions. So he's gonna S12, and I'm going to S9, and we'll see where this goes. Ba, 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 ba. I think his smartest move would be Q2. And he has a knack for seeing the moves that I like. So one thing I'm noticing is that we're definitely going to be able to take our time with this counterattack, but he'll be feeling a bit rushed. So that's our advantage. And that was a text from Grandma. So lots of delays today. So I think R3 could be severe. That's what I'm going for here. Severity. I know it looks like I'm taking my time, but I am playing mostly on instinct here. So, if I go here, he'll just come down. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Gotta push. Then I guess we make a ko here. But a ko is probably not good enough either. Yeah. Ko gives him too much advantage. But look how nice that is. I'm in trouble. So this is a sort of, obviously this is like his Hane here at S4 ultimately kills this group. Just doesn't have enough eye space to live. But it's Gote, and so the plan is to really squeeze him. It's kind of a sacrifice move. Because I got P5 and O2. Assuming he makes the Haunted, because he might be like, I'll let you live still and just wreck up this area. That might be a good way to play this, I don't know. Just a thought. But yeah, I think with this kind of move, I'm saying, okay, he'll live here, and hopefully I'll get this and then get this kind of territory, and maybe a line of stones here to get this kind of territory. Yeah. So it's what, it's the kind of, it's what you'll expect. Oh, maybe I should have waited. Oh well, it's fine. If he doesn't block here, it's too good. And now I can still make this block. I'm the lord of my... he's in his Byo-Yomi. We might win from just time pressure alone. Also, I think O1 would be a mistake. O1 gives me this, which would let me live. He did not make the mistake. Good for him. So now we just want to threaten to kill him. We just want to keep the pressure on, like, oh, you better, make the right moves or you're going to die. Obviously it's a semi-eye for life, so a move that doesn't take away liberty isn't always advisable, but at the end of the day, I don't know, I just want the illusion of a threat more than an actual one. Although this guy's pretty savvy, so he may just ignore that. I'd be really pleased and impressed if he just ignored that move. But I think it'd be the right move to make. I just don't see how he's gonna, at the pace. I mean, that move there is huge, makes a big difference. It's making the points, it's putting pressure here. If he doesn't respond, then G6 is kind of a nice way to, like, instead of just having a wall like here, or, oh, again, you can't see my cursor. I need like a proper cursor tracker. So yeah, that's a good move. I can do this one space jump because I have a liberty here. So if he pushes through, this won't be in super jeopardy. Like if he plays here, like so if he goes do, I can play like this and capture it. Maybe I should be pushing through, trying to cause mischief. So that's threatening-ish. And then this cut might be just the kind of devilry that wins games. I mean, it's most likely to lose the game, but oh, bloody hell. I'm talking about the cut at G9. It's like he can hear me. I mean, that's nothing, but it's something. He should just block me, I think. I'll leave that push for another day. I think it's probably time to play this. Although J9 is what a friend once described to me as the turn of the century. But it's just, which means it really defines which direction the play is going in favor for whoever plays it. But it's just in an area that's already so tight for my stones. You know, normally everyone would be jumping to play J9 because it seems kind of sente, and it's also so game moving. But I don't think it's the right time. So I think if I push through here, I mean it's an okay result. I think I've definitely gained ground. Since the opening, but I'm thinking, well, hard to say. I'm really bad at measuring my own position, but I don't think I've gained enough ground to even think about just like, I don't know, defending, for example. I think I need to make opportunities. Like this, for example. I've got to have some killing intent with this one for sure. Considering this, but I think this is the way you kill. I've never done it. Like, I don't think he's ever done this before either, to be honest. Okay. After all that, he's playing for the ko. If it's a ko at all. Be interesting to see what he does here. Obviously, I've got some ko threats, so that's nice. This would be a huge ko threat. Actually, I'd play it here. Oh. It's a good kill threat. I knew I saved this move for later. For a reason. I think my biggest ko threat is S13. But I want to save that if possible. Also, T2 is actually a pretty good ko threat. Man, this is almost looking less like a ko threat, more like just a plain old good move for points. The best ko threats are like that. So good on him. I think I gotta be jumping to play at T2. That can really do some damage. Oh, time for a 7th inning stretch, boys and girls. Oh, that's a good move. Making other future co-threats less worrisome, right? Because it's just that S1 that's really the bugbear. Boy, he's got a whole ladder of threats here, and even after it's all said and done, I'm definitely in trouble. Seems fairly threatening, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Didn't continue the ladder sequence. That seems too generous for me. But he might have some ideas to play off of it. Do 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 do. Da 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 na 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 na. Well done, Sister Suffragette. I've been singing Mary Poppins, if anyone's curious. So I think my next co-threat is F10, because E10, you know, threatening to take this nice big chunk. Not to mention, I mean, I have to fill this ko, but the 3 stones at G8. Oh boy, this is going to be some reading. M17. That just doesn't seem so threatening. Great. I mean, I could be reading it wrong, but I'm gonna jump at the opportunity to prove myself wrong or right about that. So I think the strategy is pretty obvious. We gotta kill L15 to think about winning the game. And he agrees. Boy, oh boy. Is he in my head or what? This is a bit of a fakey move. It's slow, conservative, might lull him into a false sense of security. And meanwhile, it's taking away some of his, damningest threats. Definitely a slow move, but come on, there's time for slow moves, right? Talk about, good defense in sports slows the play down. Makes it easier to analyze and stuff. So my gut is here at age 16. Yeah. I mean, you gotta protect what you have. Meanwhile, it's I'm applying pressure here. Obviously, I gotta make a block. Guts to blocks it. So I knew he'd play there for some reason. So it's not ultra... Thinking about some sort of sneaky deaky move. I mean, it's hardly sneaky deaky, but it's, you know, it's at least getting in his head. I feel like a move there for him is game ending. I don't know why. But sometimes you gotta just trust your gut. I know why it's good for him, but yeah, and that's the kind of, you know, zombie response. I mean, I make zombie response all the time, but if we're gonna beat him, it's gonna be zombie responses. And, you know, obviously there's some Aji to exploit here, so, you know, let's do it. All or nothing, boys and girls. I don't know, I just imagine if anyone's watching this, they're gonna be 90% male. But, I don't know, I could be way off base with that. That's a great move. Sort of none of the moves I was expecting, which on its own, that's a good reason for why something's a good move. Because nobody expects it. So obviously he's got some moves here. I really need to defend. So why are you looking at attacks? Well, you know what they say. I don't know what they say. But I think that move is super prudent. Okay. Time to count the points. So let's see. 20, 40, 50. Oh, there's some big moves. That's so big I don't even know if I want to respond. I think I do actually. He's feeling good about the win here. Maybe this is when I pull out the tricky dicky. The tricky dicky. How about this first? If you're looking at my cursor, you might see what kind of shenanigans I'm going for. Although I bet you he's going for equally damning shenanigans. I think that's a challenge. Maybe do that whole slow play again. Mess with his mind, you know? Yeah, it worked. Okay, so if you're gonna get anything, now's the time. Okay. Well, it's there. That seems to be incredibly important. we've got him thinking. We've got him thinking. Yeah. I mean, he got the first big endgame move, so I felt like I had to prolong the middle game to win, but I don't know. Not a counting whiz. I might have been totally unnecessary. Okay, so now this group I just made here has 3 liberties. So his 2 liberty group is feeling jealous, I'm sure. So obviously I've got G12 is some sort of massive Sente push. But where does it go from there? My instincts say just take that. And that. See where I'm going with this. Lots of just push you. Yeah, pushes. Yep, he push you. I don't know what. There's some. Oh, I know. It's Remember the Titans. And he's like, oh, you're not doing the good defense at all. Do something. You know, push him. Get in his way. Do anything. Now he should be sweating. He's got moves like this. And it's a liberty race. 1, 2, 3 liberties, and he's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, snake eyes, sad face. So I'll just have to be content with that. Obviously, he's not going to be feeling super comfortable. J9's a big move. I wish I could play J9 right now. Of course, I've just now realized that G7 isn't the most solid of cutting stones. So that made J9 a lot less appealing. So it is what it is. Obviously he's going to want another move. It's hard to say exactly what his other move is going to be. Oh, by the way, I do feel like I definitely won on this Tanuki over here. Yeah, okay. That's the kind of move that says, just not going to do anything. So, I think the monkey jump's good then. And I have no idea if it's Sente or not. But this, I know this liberty at D5 is my savior. I know that for sure. This feels Sente. I don't know if he played it right. I think he did play it right. But yeah, I think it is Sente. Obviously, if he blocks A4, yeah, das gut Sente, yeah. Oh, wasn't even intentionally doing a German accent on his behalf. I just love the German accent. But since he's from Germany, it's doubly, it makes sense. So he was looking at that too. I feel obliged to block here. Yeah, and now I have to decide how huge. I think I can feel okay with that. Because I think that's some Sente business. Yeah. And now I can finally actually just not feeling safe about the block, so I just don't feel like M3 does enough for me. I feel like the damage is done and I might as well fight back. So then yeah, then if he backs off at B2, then then words. Then I'll be satisfied with M3 block. Actually, is it possible that the vulgar N3 gives me more points than M? I think it does. Okay, good for you, buddy. Well, I think now it's kind of a no-brainer. Actually, do I block or not? I mean, I think at the end of the day, this territory is a foregone conclusion. It's his. So I think just the straight up blockadooski is the right-a-rooski call. Okay, time to block. Time to play defense. I think we played a good game, folks. And if he ends up on the winning side of the numbers, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbled. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up K2. I'd rather have moves like this. Let's just play the safe play, shall we? One less point, but just with this, with the cut it, there's like the K9 stone all around. Like it just seems like there's some sort of circle, you know, Atari, and then, you know, oh crap, some sort of double Atari ring around the rosy. So it just feels safer to play 05 instead of P6. And I think I'm ahead. So nothing wrong with the safe move. Nothing wrong with it at all. There's that B2. So I think this will be Sente. It's at least scary if it's not Sente. It's like a time Sente. Like it's a like you know, J13's move. it's more than just the Atari H13. And it makes the push at L12 like Super Sentai. But by Super Sentai, I mean it's definitely Sentai. You know what? Let's not tempt fate. You know, part of me wants to play the continuation moves up there. But you know, if you're feeling strong about the situation, yeah. See, look, he's putting on the moves here. So definitely want to be careful. Like that, you know? Try and that sort of fixes cutting points at M4, L5, and K5 all at once. Now, making my weakest area that K9 stone. But I figure 3 cutting points are better to fix than 3 minor ones are better to fix than 1 major one. So you're just going straight for it. And sure, why not, you know? Test the waters. Can't blame him. I think it definitely feels like this game got away with him. So, sort of back like what I was talking about before, you know, being able to play this move is like huge. So big. Having that M5 stone there, right? Without that M5 stone, you're screwed because he plays L5. I mean, I don't know. Who knows if it would have worked out okay. But this really helps you. See, that just doesn't seem as damning as it looks. Because, I mean, I've got this, which is obviously Super Sentai. And I can always just hit, you know, Q8 is the instant, you know, survive card. Let's just take the time to look at J13. It's got potential. I'm just going to play it. Because, you know, at the very least, we're going to get L12 for free anyway. So we might as well play the tricky move. And then take L12 at the end for free if it didn't work out. But, you know, this really feels like the crane's nest. Oh, I think K12 though makes it all okay, all better. Yeah. But worth a look, I guess. Might be Seki actually. Well, Ko for Seki. Maybe I took this a bit too far. Well, he seems to he's going in for it. Okay. Well, that ends that. So I know he was looking at a move like this, so I'll just take away all the possibilities. And now we'll just play a few endgame moves, and that was the first game. Wow. Long game. And I'm cautiously optimistic I won it, which is great, you know. Start off on a good foot. Great thing about this game is that time wasn't a big issue. We were able to take our time, you know. When you take the time to play a game slowly, the moves that that you're reading, they can stay with you for a very long time. Like, once you evaluate the position really well, if you come up against that position again, you'll know it a lot faster. Like this is where you really improve on the shapes and Tsujis and stuff. You consider moves you never considered before because you have the time to do it. That does not seem like a... That looks like a mistake because after A2, what can he do? Nothing. Bit of an oopsie. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh, I'm not trademarked by, I'm not licensed to... That was just me humming. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Just a humdinger. Okay. You know, I gotta be cautious. This guy definitely wants to steal the game, so got to be very careful. I guess if he goes A1, it would be really bad to play. Well, anyway. As long as I'm alert, it's all good. Oh, he may be resigning by time. I mean, he could just pass. It's kind of a bit late for resigning. Just, like, the game's just Dame left. And I was looking at it to see if, like, L11 was sort of a cente, like 1 point. Oops. Oh well, I didn't mean to actually click there. But anyway, I don't think it's merits a response. So let's find out how we did. Oh, good. Okay, we did. My instinct was right on the money. That was a firm, secure victory. The game. Okay. So I'm going to end the broadcast here, but I'll be back to review the game later. Just gotta take care of house and all that. Thanks for watching, and yeah, click like and subscribe and blah blah blah. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Bye bye. I'm still here. Okay, bye for real. Alright, bye. Okay. Okay, bye.